Alright, what do we have here? Gamers Nexus. Buddy of mine sent me a pretty interesting looking video talking about China's GPU black market. A video that I wanted to eventually get around to watching because I was like, on my own time, because I was just like, oh, I'm curious. I'm a little fascinated to learn about this because I was kind of affected by I'm not sure if it was the GPU black market to say for certain. I know there's like a stream about this on, I think, Gamers Nexus's channel. It's like 3 hours long. I don't go through the fucking full 3 hour fucking thing. I'll be quite honest. I'm more curious now about the fact that it got copyright struck from Bloomberg itself. So I'm not sure exactly what the content of the video itself was. I don't know if they were just going over a article from Bloomberg or something, and that's why it got copyright struck specifically by Bloomberg. I'm not very sure as to why. I assume that Gamers Nexus is more than likely going to explain it, but apparently their channel could be fucking deleted. So that's cool. That's great. Oh yes, and I got distracted. I probably have ADHD or some shit. Whatever. The thing with the GPU black market, this was during COVID. You want to know why there was a huge spike in GPU prices during COVID specifically? Not only because of the chip shortage, the silicon chip shortage, that played a part, that was one of the pieces, but the second piece was the fact that there was a lot of Chinese crypto mining farms that were happening in China specifically, right? And those guys were buying fucking GPUs up out the wazoo. The first GPU that I ended up buying was a fucking incredibly marked up price for a 2060 from China. And I paid about like 1,200 fucking bucks on this. Obvious ripoff. I'm totally fucking aware, but I was just like, dog, I want to fucking finish building my fucking computer, bro. So, whatever. I'll take that big fucking loss on the chin, right? Like, it's like, fine, I'll pay the fucking marked up price because I don't have much of a choice and I need a GPU. Because for the longest time ever, it's like, yeah, the thing's pretty much ready to go. I just need the GPU. That's the only thing that I need. And, whoa, because of the inconvenient time when I got it, I had to pay like a significantly marked up price. And it's because of those Chinese crypto miners. Now, from what I understand, I believe China has now banned a bunch of different crypto mining within the mainland China itself. So good job China on implementing some good regulation. But what do you have here from Gamers Nexus?
Well, clearly we struck a nerve. Go figure that when you cover crime, corruption, and money, it upsets people who like money. This is Bloomberg. Bloomberg likes money. I came out here at 5 a.m. this morning to make sure, and it sure seems like they have a lot of it. Bloomberg filed an illegitimate and...
I like how the security guy was just immediately turning over to him and just starting to be suspicious of him, being like, bro, why the fuck are you bringing that up? That's a little weird. That's fucking crazy. So, they got fucking copyright striked by Bloomberg from... It was a 3.5 hour fucking video talking about, crime. Quite specifically, like what I was bringing up earlier, it's the GPU black market, right? Like, I'm trying to think, like, why did Bloomberg fucking copyright strike this stuff? Now I'm very curious to watch the entirety of the 3.5 hour fucking documentary, because I think there's a re-upload of it on YouTube, I think. I saw that when I was like looking for this video in particular. I'm curious. I'm very, very, very fucking curious. Why are they copyright striking specifically? Like, I'm going to assume and operate under the assumption that it is illegitimate, and we're probably going to go into the reasonings for as to why it is illegitimate, right? Like, I don't think that's like ridiculous or hyperbolic to say.
Valid copyright strike against our 3.5 hour long movie about the AI GPU black market earlier this week, and our attorneys have prepared a response, but it's written in legalese, and I thought it might be better to explain our response to Bloomberg to our audience by using a more universal language.
Real. Holy shit, he's so real for that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, why were they doing this? Right, is Bloomberg implicated in this? Did they reference an article from fucking Bloomberg? And that's why they're trying to justify the copyright strike? Like, we talked about how dog shit YouTube's copyright system is, and how it is rife with fucking abuse, or for the potential of abuse, because anyone who's incredibly fucking dishonest, because it operates off of a system where it expects the people who engage with it to be honest, that anyone can just kind of do, I don't know, any rigmarole, fucking-McGee type bullshit in order to justify any potential action upon any fucking channel if they just feel like it. Just be like, well, you know what, fuck you. We don't like the way your hair looks. You can go fuck yourself. And they can just do like a copyright strike. Now, generally speaking, in terms of YouTube etiquette and rules, throwing around like copyright strikes like this, bad fucking move. Very, very much so. Like, it will not ingratiate you to anybody whatsoever. Everyone will just despise and hate you for those particular fucking actions and being like, dog, what the fuck is this? Which is why I don't think, well, I mean, Bloomberg is a, I don't know, multi-billion-dollar corporation, I assume. It's run by fucking Michael Bloomberg, and he's a fucking billionaire. That weirdo fucking dipshit. Like, I don't know, is he like personally upset for us to how Gamer Nexus did their documentary or some shit? I have no fucking idea.
Safest thing to do would be to accept the strike, wait 90 days, and then say nothing of it ever again. But first of all, I've got New York's angriest defector who's saying this.
I hope that Steve Burke goes to Bloomberg and gives them a piece of his mind. I hope he has to speak to their legal department. If they don't solve the issue, I hope he finds a lawyer. If he doesn't find a lawyer, I'll find one for him. This is bullshit.
Hopefully he doesn't copyright strike me. And secondly,
that's crazy.
Does that sound like us? To just say nothing of it ever again? You can get a free copy of our movie, included with backer tier orders on store.gamersnexus.net. Our content is pushing enough buttons that large corporate bootlickers are abusing copyright systems to take it down. Just like the black market GPUs, you can get your own black market copy of the first ever Gamers Nexus full feature movie on the store by buying one of our backer tiers. These include different types of products like our—
Listen, yes, I guess we got into the ad portion. Yes, you should probably support Gamers Nexus, yada yada yada. I want to get to the fucking video. Support them in their lawsuit against Bloomberg, that fuckwit. I agree.
Bloomberg said it wasn't appropriate to call them with questions. They must prefer the old-fashioned way, face-to-face conversations.
With every sound things like that, please don't bring Bloomberg into your business.
Oh my fuck, they... It's a fucking vlog going into Bloomberg's office? Yo, that's fucking crazy. Excuse me, sir. Please don't bring your business into Bloomberg office. Dog, the corporation that you currently work for just did an illegitimate fucking copyright strike on a fucking 3.5-hour documentary. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's all.
But they're the ones who brought us into their business.
How's that?
Because they filed a copyright strike on us. Bloomberg filed a copyright strike that deleted our NVIDIA AI GPU black market smuggling investigation video from YouTube. They claim the reason for this is that we had an attributed clip of US President Donald Trump speaking about the unban of NVIDIA's H20 GPU, placed at minute 22 until 23:15 in the video, which includes some of our own studio recorded.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me, man? Really? Are you fucking for real, bro? Dude, this is why I've said this before, but like investigative journalism within America is completely and utterly fucking dead, right? Given how like corporatized and privatized media is within America, you can't do investigative journalism like this unless it's like independent outlets that are doing investigative journalism. People like Ken Klippenstein do very, very good jobs at investigative fucking journalism, right? And it's typically, like, left to the fucking fringes because if you do investigative journalism into powerful people, you're gonna find a lot of shady and corrupt stuff. Well, those shady and corrupt business dealings that those individuals might be doing, they might not be too happy about their potential gravy train being interrupted from it being exposed in the way that it is. So very, very often, investigative journalism is heavily fucking frowned down upon within the United States of America, and it gets cracked down upon vociferously if it's mostly looking into specifically the fucking gravy train, because America's all about making that fucking money, baby. They all want that fucking paper.
voiceover. The clip we included is absolutely 100% within our fair use rights for inclusion and is not a creative work by Bloomberg. It is not copyright infringement. It's allowed. This was an abuse and continues to be an abuse of the copy strike system on YouTube by Bloomberg. Our attorneys have sent Bloomberg a demand letter and have filed a counterclaim with YouTube. YouTube has accepted our counterclaim, which means our video will go back online in about 10 days, unless Bloomberg produces evidence to YouTube that has filed a lawsuit against us. Presently, they haven't done that. When we reported on what the United States president said and used the TV...
Are they actually going to do that? Like, really? Are they gonna... I don't, like... Because, like you said, like I think Gamers Nexus said, yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that, right? Saying, like, yeah, I could have just take this sitting down and just be like, okay, well, fuck my life, bro. They're deciding not to do that. They're gonna make a bit of a fucking stink about this. Although, there is a potential chance that this could fucking backfire, depending on how big of a stink. Now, I totally agree with the fact that they're going to make a fucking big... they should make a big fucking stink about this shit. Because, honestly, fuck what fucking Bloomberg did about this. Like, they're copyright striking a video for a public fucking clip of Donald Trump. And they're copyright striking based off of that? Really? Was that footage from fucking Bloomberg? It was stuff from the fucking White House fucking press video, bro. Like, are you for real? That's what they're justifying the copyright strike on? That's complete utter nonsense. No, there has to be some ulterior fucking motive. You'd bet that they win that lawsuit? Would they? I mean, this is pretty fucking egregious, Alex. I mean, like, could this be, like, akin to, like, not Bloomberg? Oh, you're talking about Gamers Nexus. Right. Because I was about to say, like, I don't think Bloomberg fucking wins this. There's already precedent for stuff like this, right? Like, with the Ethan Klein lawsuit. Like, they're gonna get fucking destroyed. There's no fucking way they're gonna do a countersuit. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that would be crazy if they were to do that.
TV clip to prove he said it rather than just ask you to take our word for it. It was newsworthy, transformative. It included reporting and criticism, conveyance of news, technical context Bloomberg does not provide, especially given its tragic history with fucking up the Supermicro story, and even included parody near the claimed area. Bloomberg struck us over about 0.5% of content, and that part was under fair use. And we're not the only ones who think so. Friend of the channel and consumer advocate Louis Rossman had this to say.
This is a really slippery slope to go down. What, are we just going to accept this is normal, that if one outlet records the president speaking, that outlet now has a monopoly on who is able to quote the president? It's insane. How are you supposed to demonstrate and prove that the president said this in your video?
That's true.
If you can't use my recording of the president speaking. And if fair use is to mean anything at all, it would apply to when the commander-in-chief of the United States is speaking on a topic of relevance to a documentary. What is fair use for if you can't use it to quote the president speaking?
He's not alone either.
That's a really good fucking argument there by fucking Lewis. Like, you can't use, like, footage of the fucking president fucking speaking at a press conference, which is public, like, domain? Like, that's public fucking media, right? Like, they can just, like, because I'm assuming, what, did they use, like, NPR footage or stuff like that? Or something from, like, C-SPAN? That's public fucking broadcasting. That is free for fucking public use. And they're gonna do a lawsuit over public fucking broadcasting. That's crazy to me. There is no fucking... Given how fucking conservative, like, the Supreme Court is, and all the courts are in general, there's no fucking way they're gonna let that shit fly. Like, if Bloomberg were to bring in, like, some kind of a countersuit to this, a judge would look at this, probably laugh at it, and be like, the fuck is this shit? And throw it out immediately, because it's complete nonsense. I don't know, like, I'm not sure which state Gamers Nexus operates off of. That's also another good question, because this could potentially fall within anti-slap suit stuff, right? Like, anti-slap suit shit? That's crazy. Yeah, someone might want to tell Donald Trump that Bloomberg thinks they own the copyright to his press conferences. Yeah, I don't think the big orange man will be too particularly happy about that. Be like, what the... I never said that Bloomberg owns the copyright to my press conferences. What the... Pam, we need to sue Bloomberg for them thinking like this. They're being insubordinate and churlish.
Coverage from copyright attorney Leonard French also explores this topic.
If I'm right, and I'm right a lot, then the Gamers Nexus video is objectively a fair use, and it will be just a matter of how at this point. How do you convince Bloomberg to drop the claim? How do you get YouTube to put the video back up?
Copyright strikes are serious. You get 3 of them until your channel is terminated by YouTube. Abuse of this system also acts as a suppression, because if Bloomberg doesn't intend to file a lawsuit, it still gets the benefit of suppressing us for around 12 to 13 total days, which obliterates video momentum even if it does go back online. And it certainly helps them drive more views to their competing video in the meantime. You can see here that...
Yeah... There it is. They're fucking mad about the fact that their video is not doing as well as Gamer Nexus's. There it fucking is. What fucking slimy little fucking freaks, dude. Because, again, if this is allowed to go through, and there's no fucking shot that this is allowed to go through, it's going to create a arms race. And you know who are the people who are going to suffer from this primarily? It's going to be independent fucking media and independent YouTube channels. Because, again, corporations, guess what? They have all the fucking money. They can just file all the lawsuits and copyright claims they fucking want to. They can effectively suppress speech. That is the main issue.
Their views per day dropped by 50% within just a few days of us publishing our AI GPU investigation. The first full day we were offline because of them, their traffic increased by 13% within 24 hours, which is very abnormal for a video that's already been up.
That's
the
fucking
timeline is simple.
wild.
A $15 billion per year publication, Bloomberg, filed a copyright strike claiming 75 seconds out of 209 minutes of content, all of which our attorneys will vigorously defend as transformative and fair use. The claim seized our ad revenue. It'll give it to the $15 billion per year mega corporation, Bloomberg. We called Bloomberg attorneys to confirm it was them and not a spoofed filing. Bloomberg's attorneys manually confirmed with us the copyright strike and then barked at us on the phone because they said it's inappropriate.
They actually were the ones who filed the filed the fucking strike claim? No. Dude. Like, again, this is something that you should just make a big fucking stink out of, because it's just like, dog, you are blatantly fucking abusing the system because you're just mad that your video didn't do any better. Stay mad, get bent, get owned, you fucking losers. That's so fucking wild, dude.
Appropriate for us to call them. Our attorneys helped us file a counterclaim on the same day. Next, I asked Vitaly what he's doing 12 hours from now. At 5 a.m. on Friday, August 22nd, Vitaly and I went on our next big adventure, got on a plane to New York City, and went to meet our new friends. This is one of them. This unmarked Bloomberg security guard followed us around and monitored us across multiple city blocks while we were nearby. Where's their logo?
On the left, yep.
Is it in the shot? Is that? We're not from Bloomberg. It's a public sidewalk, so. And you'll even see him regularly appear in the background of some of our shots, as we must have made someone very uncomfortable with our presence.
I think he'll bring in the backup.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he coming back out? So I think what we'll do is...
That's fucking wild! Dude, we have to be inherently suspicious about this man with long hair. We gotta make sure he's not trying to break into Bloomberg offices. Bro is just like standing on a fucking sidewalk trying to get a shot for the YouTube video. Dude, public sidewalk. You can just stand there and just loiter. Fuck it, it's a public sidewalk. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? He's not on private property.
Just to be extra safe, I'm gonna walk on the street in that turn lane, just so I'm 100% not on their property. If you want to follow me, and then I'm gonna stop on the other side of this, this block they have on the ground where it changes. I'm gonna go on the other side of the sidewalk. While we were in the area, a Bloomberg employee said this. By 11 a.m., we got to say hi to Bloomberg security.
Wait, really? A Bloomberg employee said it was fair use? Dude, there's no way they're going with the countersuit, especially with this video coming out. No fucking shot whatsoever, bro. If they, unironically, if they actually decide to go through with this, they're gonna get cooked. It's gonna be crazy, dude.
Bloomberg security.
By 12 p.m., we saw our copyright counterclaim was approved by YouTube. 1 p.m., Bloomberg told us we have to ask them permission anytime we show Bloomberg, and then admitted to us that Bloomberg retroactively changes its content after publishing, which is very interesting for a whole new host of reasons that we'll save for the future. Around 3 p.m., Bloomberg told our...
That's a little interesting, so they can constantly retroactively change their content, and if you try to refer any Bloomberg content... Well, this is good for me to know. I'm never fucking going referencing any shit from fucking Bloomberg. Fuck that shit. Like, I'm not fucking risking that shit. Absolutely the fuck not. No, like, why? Like, why would you fucking do this? Even if it's, like, fair use and fair claims. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, and it's over public broadcasting of Donald Trump's fucking press briefing. Not even Bloomberg fucking footage. That's insane, bro. No, they're just fucking mad about the fact that their video is not doing as well as Gamer Nexus's. That's what it is. They're just mad. Like, stay mad, get bent, you're a fucking loser. Actually, like, this is fucking insane, bro.
Attorneys that they'd be happy to release the strike if we pay them a licensing fee in what felt to us like a shakedown. It's interesting to us because we've covered Bloomberg reports a lot in the past. I've appeared on their podcast and I've made them money. So it's interesting because Bloomberg didn't have a problem with us.
He appeared on one of their shows. Oh no! Dude, why would they do this? Like, wait, how many fucking views does this shit even have, right? Like, okay, I'm curious. YouTube. No fucking shot, bro. Let me see. Gamers Nexus. I mean, the view count is gonna be inaccurate now because it's been re-uploaded, right? Like, that's our channel could be deleted. 154K views. I assume this is a second channel. Maybe side channel. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm assuming that it probably had way more fucking views. What about if I just say Bloomberg China AI? Fuck it. Oh, there it is. 311K views. Bro, you people are fucking getting bent over the fact that the over your fucking 311K view video over one that probably got way fucking more. Fuck, that's some of the fucking biggest loser ass petty shit I've seen in a while, dude. That's crazy, man.
Us covering them in the past. So we started trying to figure out what motive Bloomberg could possibly have for an illegitimate copyright strike. Bloomberg has teams of lawyers. Maybe they're used to steamrolling smaller media. Maybe they're pulling the ladder up after them, or maybe they're nervous, jealous of new media that's more agile and more capable of getting the job done. We're not really sure what their motive was, but we came out here to try and figure it out. As one possibility, maybe Bloomberg copyright struck our video because it recently had a failed attempt to do what we did successfully. It flew all the way out to China to try and find AI GPUs and server racks, failed to do so, had its access revoked, and then filmed a bunch of footage of sand in a desert. So could it be
Oh no! Damn. They just got fucking owned, dude. That's crazy. Could it be an auto copyright strike? No, the attorneys confirmed that it was Bloomberg themselves who fucking filed it. That was not automated. Someone working for Bloomberg filed a copyright strike. That makes it way fucking worse. Yeah, that is so fucking stupid of them to do. Why would they do that? And I assume more than like I'm trying to think, like, they also went to China to take a look at the AI GPU servers. Gamers Nexus was successful in getting in and, well, doing their fucking documentary series about this. But then why did Bloomberg get their access revoked? That's a little curious. We know how tight China tends to be in terms of, well, Western media outlets, right? Makes sense. They are more than likely going to present hostile narratives and be hostile to the state of China more than likely. So it makes sense that they have a much tighter fucking control over which Western outlets are going to be able to go in and do fucking investigations, right? That's not like ridiculous or hyperbolic to say. So makes a lot more sense because they want to make sure that a lot of the info is going to get filtered through the state specifically and have approved fucking narratives be the main stuff that's going to get broadly reported within Western media. So it's not like ridiculous or hyperbolic to say that maybe like Bloomberg did something that the state, I don't know, what got ticked off by, revoked their access and just didn't fucking trust them anymore. I don't think that's ridiculous to say.
Because of their pathetic botched attempts at doing what we did when they flew out to China, were unable to find anything they went looking for, filmed a bunch of sand in a desert, failed to provide any answers to the questions they were asking, and then came back empty-handed. Bloomberg's own viewers certainly had questions. They wrote things like this. Why is this a story? Bloomberg's big investigation is just China's building some data centers. We don't know what chips they use. Groundbreaking journalism. If you don't know, then you don't have a story. Reporting without any information. WTF. I thought they would actually show us real chips being used. Worthless information. By the way, that information I found on satellite maps as well without wasting so much money. And the best one, quote, the entire video, basically, Bloomberg don't know. So while we don't know exactly what Bloomberg's motive was, it certainly seems like not knowing is enough of a foundation for them to publish a story. Maybe it's not, because their video gets more views from copyright striking our video. Maybe also it's just a coincidence that the first time Bloomberg has a problem with our reporting, it has to do with what we think is underground government corruption by NVidia, which just happens to be a big sponsor of Bloomberg. Bloomberg's
yeah, it's I think that's probably what it is. You're going after the fucking money. Like I said earlier, The reason why a lot of investigative journalism struggles within the United States of America is because corporations, they got all the fucking power and the money right now. If they want to crush any form of investigative journalism that's not within whatever like pre-approved pro-corporate sort of route, they're going to do everything possible to crush it, because again, it fundamentally puts at risk a lot of the sort of sponsorship ties and whatnot that a lot of these particular companies operate off of. Because, like I said before, if the money is under threat, there's going to be people that are going to push back on it vociferously, especially within corporate America.
Financial interests are so intertwined with NVIDIA that it has an entire page dedicated to NVIDIA's sponsored content. Bloomberg's sponsored, paid-for content goes through great lengths to market NVIDIA's products, and in particular, its AI products that we've frequently criticized. After all, CEO Jensen Huang frequently appears on Bloomberg. He even had a trip to Taiwan the day after our video was pulled from the internet.
Yeah, there's also, like, quick fucking reminder. You want to know why your fucking graphics cards are getting fucking shittier and shittier? Because of, like, all this, like, AI slop shit that they keep trying to put in. Like, we're using AI to just generate some extra random fucking pixels and shit like that. When I say, like, you should not be buying any of the fucking 50 series. Don't fucking get that shit, okay? Because it's just gonna be, like, a huge fucking power sink that you're gonna have to start fucking dealing with, okay? Like, your motherboard will want to fucking explode, for fuck's sake.
With a lot of local Taiwan media talking about our story in relation to NVIDIA.
透过画面来了解这些晶片如何突破美国的管制，进到了中国的市场。只是没有想到，影片上架没几天，就被平台以违反数位千禧年著作权法。
Makes sense that the Taiwanese are speaking about this in particular, since they have a pretty fucking big vested interest within the chips market specifically, which is what a lot of their fucking economy is based off of, especially since it's China, a hostile foreign fucking neighbor.
遭到无预警的下架，频道发布了官方声明，说著作权法系统遭到滥用，同时是不是也代表影片内容戳破了什么不能说的秘密呢？
H20, I'm very grateful that the U.S. government, the Trump administration, has approved licenses for us to export H20s to China.
As she said, what
So you're telling me that it's all a pay-for-fucking-play scheme between corporations and the fucking Trump administration, so then they can make a bunch more fucking money being able to export to the Chinese market? It's all because of fucking capitalism in the end? Oh, no. Oh, crazy. I know, dude.
unspeakable secret was revealed. But maybe not. They could be totally unrelated. Maybe there's no bias there at all. Maybe NVIDIA isn't pulling any of its own strings. Perhaps instead, Bloomberg didn't like our coverage of China circumventing export controls because Bloomberg wants to protect its access to China. Bloomberg has been accused of suppressing its own China coverage in the past because it has a large presence in China to protect, with the Financial Times and New York Times both reporting on this. Maybe, as Lewis...
God, that's so... And yeah, like I said before, it's all about fucking capital interests in the end. Very, very good. Damn, fucking Michael Bloomberg wants to, with his own journalistic fucking outlet, wants to suppress any potential investigative attempts into his own fucking corrupt dealings with the Chinese government and the Trump administration as well? Say it ain't so.
Highlighted, it's because Bloomberg has been accused of trying to ruin reporters, including threats to financially devastate families, that's a quote, for challenging coverage in China. It could also be because Bloomberg is sponsored by Singapore's government, which happens to be one of the major channels we showed through which GPUs are smuggled into China. Maybe it was because recently they wrote a sponsored post wherein they praised PayPal's business growth and gave PayPal's CEO a platform. PayPal, of course, being the company that we recently filed a lawsuit against alleging theft from content creators. But maybe it's not that either.
That's crazy. They even have a suit against fucking PayPal for stealing against content creators. Damn, PayPal, you ain't catching a fucking break, bro. First, all the bullshit with itch.io. Now you're stealing from fucking other content creators because of, I don't know, whatever fucking bullshit that you're probably engaging with. They're fucking crazy. Yeah, bro is laying down the law.
Perhaps Bloomberg copyright struck us because it wants to maintain control over a single platform to filter all political commentary through, disallowing the re-reporting of that commentary from presidents or politicians through a different political lens. No, that'd be state...
Yeah, I don't know. I think you might be kind of hitting a particular nail on the head there, Gamers Nexus. I don't know. Damn, are you telling me that journalistic outlets and privatized media within the United States of America will do anything fucking possible to make sure that they maintain media narratives and control purely for the fact that they just want to make sure that they are the main ones who are the beneficiaries of that political control and media, so they can make a ton of fucking money and make sure that they have constant access to those that they are reporting on? That it's all fundamentally about maintaining systems of control and hierarchy in the end? I'm saying it ain't so. I mean, listen, Gamers Nexus here, bro fucking said it, dude.
Controlled media behavior. That'd be like propaganda and manipulation of the U.S. populace and their ability to consume sources of information about their own government. The truth is, we're not sure why they chose to copyright strike that video. It sure seems, though, like they have a lot of reasons to do it, and not one of them is a valid, legitimate copyright claim of the clip that they flagged. And so we called Bloomberg Legal to confirm that Bloomberg takedowns at gmail.com was in fact controlled by Bloomberg. And I was met with a rude response from the legal team, telling us that we needed to communicate to them only through lawyers. But they did confirm that this is a Bloomberg.
You needed to communicate with them all? Dude, fucking suck my dick, bro. Like, what do you mean? They were just looking for some confirmation.
You have to do it through a lawyer. We're gonna do some, like, technocrat bullshit to try to be, like, stupid and annoying about this. Nah.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. No, we were doing so
Bloomberg
well.
address. And they also confirmed that they manually reviewed the strike. They, in fact, manually reviewed the strike while I was on the phone with them. So someone has looked at this. And since they won't let us ask them questions via the phone,
YouTube
I guess
shooting the bed
we'll
again?
just do it here. Look, we can all predict the most likely outcome of walking in those doors with a camera, but you never know, and it's worth trying. In fact, when we researched it before
Never
flying
mind
out
the
there, we found an
computer
article from
shooting the
Business
bed.
Insider where their reporter said he got yelled at just for taking photos of sculptures in the lobby. Let's not pretend that getting kicked out would be a shock. But again, we wanted to try and get someone from PR or legal downstairs. We're here for an interview. Bloomberg own government. The truth is, we're not sure why they chose to copyright strike that video. It sure seems, though, like they have a lot of reasons to do it, and not one of them is a valid, legitimate copyright claim of the clip that they flagged. And so we called Bloomberg Legal to confirm that Bloomberg takedowns at gmail.com was in fact controlled by Bloomberg. And I was met with a rude response from the legal team, telling us that we needed to communicate to them only through lawyers. But they did confirm that this is...
You know, you have to make sure to do this through only specifically lawyers. We're not gonna, we're just gonna be, like, really stupid and fucking annoying about this.
But we'll give you the information anyway.
But you have to do it through a lawyer next time.
Like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Complete utter fucking nonsense.
Is a Bloomberg address. And they also confirmed that they manually reviewed the strike. They, in fact, manually reviewed the strike while I was on the phone with them. So someone has looked at this. And since they won't let us ask them questions via the phone, I guess we'll just do it here. Look, we can all predict the most likely outcome of walking in those doors with a camera, but you never know, and it's worth trying. In fact, when we researched it before flying out there, we found an article from Business Insider where their reporter said he got yelled at just for taking photos of sculptures in the lobby. Let's not pretend that getting kicked out would be a shock.
Bro,
But again, we wanted to
really?
try and get someone from PR or legal downstairs. We're here for an interview. Bloomberg with Paul. My ID? Yeah. Should we call Madeline? Would also work. We were asked to sit while they phoned the two lawyers whose names I gave. Like, this guy's important. This guy knows, like, a lot of politicians, and I'm curious to see what they'll do. After what felt like an eternity, the lawyers sent security down. Again, no surprise. Hi.
Bloomberg security.
Okay, and are you able to see if they're able to stop? Okay, thank you. Security clearly was given their side of the story, and we recognize he probably doesn't get paid enough to deal with this shit, so we kept everything polite while explaining our side and just asked if he could try to make contact with them.
Okay, John. Sure. All the business is related into, but apparently you posted some kind of video that has some Bloomberg content in it.
I think so.
Yeah, and they listen. They have no issue. You seem like nice guys.
I get you're doing
all they ask you is that whatever's happening about that, please don't bring Bloomberg into your business.
But they weren't brought into the fucking business. They weren't. It's been proven at this point that this has nothing to do, unless I guess every single press conference done by the Donald Trump administration is now all just part of fucking Bloomberg. It's wild. Yeah, this is some real fucking copium huffing here. That's being done by fucking Bloomberg. Actual fucking copium huffing. Actually fucking insane just how, like, mad and salty they are that I guess, like, their fucking dog shit video just did not perform as well in comparison to Gamers Nexus. Actually insane, bro.
That's all.
But they're the ones who brought us into their business.
How's that?
Because they filed a copyright strike on us. The point of saying it is, it's not I'm bringing Bloomberg into my business. It's actually the other way around from our perspective.
Yeah.
But I understand you're doing your job. So
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they're not gonna meet you.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We figured
Yeah,
we
I
tried.
didn't
Yeah, I'm sorry to drag you down here.
That's
See you
all right.
guys, guys,
That's
and
all right.
everything. But I wish you luck with your.
Of course, I feel bad for the
appreciate that.
security
All right,
guy.
thank you for understanding.
Well, no, I appreciate you being cool with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Have a
Take
great
it easy.
day.
Of course, the answer was expected. Security guy's not involved in this. He's just some guy. I'm sure he gets paid a fraction of what the assholes who filed that claim get paid. Like a fraction of what those assholes get paid. So it's not his fight.
It's not his fight.
But we did get one really hard-hitting interview with a notorious street gangster. They call him the Pigeon. Sir, what do you think about Bloomberg? They're right across the street, sir.
Sir, what do you have to say about this, Mr.
No
Pigeon?
comment.
No comment
at all.
from the Pigeon.
And even though neither interview subject would speak to us, including this more important one, it's not like this was a wasted trip.
What now, Steve?
I didn't really pick that for, I don't know, we can get pizza and then get home before 5 p.m.
Okay, let's go then.
All right, New York pizza.
Based
It was pretty cool
pizza.
meeting a few fans around New York and learning about their computers.
Yo, you the Gamer Nexus guy? Dude, my NVIDIA 8 won.
Oh, really?
Because of you.
Oh, nice.
Let him in, bro.
Did you,
I got the second one.
Okay, good. Great. I was like, good, yeah.
Get a selfie. Come you go.
As for the movie, the best way to get a
Well,
copy
that's
of it
nice.
right now that's protected from being taken down would
Nice, fantastic. I guess they're just, are they gonna keep going with the fucking lawsuit or something? Because I highly doubt that fucking Bloomberg's going to present evidence and try to try to counter the fucking countersuit. Because again, like, it's fairly obvious why Bloomberg is doing this in particular. They sense that the gravy train might be under some potential threat, so they're trying to protect their fucking assets, right? They're, like I've said before, with a lot of journalistic outlets, if they do any potential journalistic investigations, anything looking into corrupt dealings, stuff to do with like corporations and stuff like that, anything like corrupt bullshit that's happening with like private equity, tech companies, all this fucking bullshit, their access will immediately be fucking revoked, because unfortunately the corporations are the main guys who call the shots right now.
would be to buy one of our backer tiers to get the supporter packs. These include a free 128 gigabyte USB key for hitting our stretch goal, and that includes a copy of the movie, so you can have a physical copy of it permanently, no matter who tries to take it down. And as for YouTube,
Epic.
the video will theoretically be back online in 10 business days, assuming Bloomberg doesn't try to file some sort of frivolous lawsuit in the meantime. Bloomberg's attempt to kill the movie means we need to kickstart the algorithm to get it circulating again once it's back online.
Let me see. It's been 5 days since this has happened. I mean, there is a re-upload of the documentary itself, I think, on a different fucking channel. I don't know if it's a subsidiary or it's a secondary channel for Gamers Nexus specifically. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens in about 5 days. I guess. Like, what day is it today? It's Friday, or it was Friday. Saturday now. So, let's say by Wednesday or Thursday. The 4th of September. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this exactly. Like, there's no fucking way. I highly doubt that Bloomberg's going to try to do a fucking countersuit to this. That would be insane if they were.
Millions of people who would have seen the movie in the future may never even know it exists. So to try and get even a fraction of the views that it was on track to get from our back-end statistics, let's
Well, I
blow the
wanna
movie up
watch
as
it
soon as
now.
it goes live. Open it on your computer, let it play when you go to sleep, let it play at work, run it while you're commuting, even if it's on mute. Anything to tell the algorithm, hey, wait a minute, this thing's interesting even though it had 0 views for over 10 days. As a community, let's make sure Bloomberg doesn't succeed in what they were trying to do. We don't know the exact date it'll go back up, but it should be again in about 10 business days. As for Bloomberg, we've learned a lot about this organization that we're really curious to investigate.
Oh,
When we
10
get to that,
business
you'll be able to
days.
find most of it on our GNCA channel. We'll link that below. You can subscribe to that one if you'd like to get the follow-ups that don't directly fit the hardware theming, although we do have a lead there as well. A huge thanks to our viewers for supporting us and for making all of this work.
Nice. Fantastic. Excellent. So, damn, this is some fucking wild shit that Bloomberg was trying to pull. And it was all because they just got fucking jelly. Like, this is fucking hilarious. And they've had this guy on before on their fucking platform to do fucking tech interviews. Dude, they're so fucking jelly, and they're huffing that fucking copium, and they did that copyright strike. Again, like, in a hypothetical world where this is allowed to go through, it would, which I highly doubt, like, there's been precedent set against stuff like this, so it is rather fucking disgusting that Bloomberg is engaging in this fucking behavior in particular, although, like, I'm not surprised that Bloomberg would engage in stuff like this. Scummy fucking outlet, scummy fucking corporation, scummy fucking dude who also fucking runs the fucking corporation. It doesn't really surprise me at all that they would do something like this. that basically they're just mad about the fact that they thought that their access was being threatened. And that's more or less, let's be honest here, the lifeblood of a lot of privatized fucking media. And that's overall the main root cause and root problem for as to why stuff like this sort of exists. Due to the fact that privatized media is the main thing that exists within the United States of America, and is highly dependent on having that fucking access to that particular, say, corporation or state that they need in order to be able to do their fucking stories. They have to kowtow a lot of their potential positions of their reporters to make sure that they don't sort of ruin the access that they have to those particular contacts. We all know with what Trump did with all the different journalistic outlets, just banning them from the White House press corps, and it's just like a complete like right-wing rag of just like idiots and fucking morons who are asking fucking the president and the White House press secretary softball questions. Like, for fuck's sake, Tim Pool was a part of the White House press corps. Like, Tim fucking Pool, that complete utter troglodyte and moron. So that's what it ultimately comes down to. Honestly, if we were to just like wrap this up with a neat little bow, they got mad about the fact that the Gamer Nexus documentary video did a lot better than theirs, and also they felt like their access was potentially being threatened, so they decided to do a salty copyright strike to try to teach Gamers Nexus a fucking lesson. But they made enough of a fucking stink about it, so honestly, I don't think that there is any way, shape, or form that Bloomberg is going to try to follow up with that. They would be insane if they were to do that, like, and would turn a lot of public opinion against them. So, I guess, if the video goes back up, a victory for independent fucking journalism. Let's go for independent fucking media and journalism. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And, well, let's be honest here. Fuck Bloomberg for this stupid ass bullshit.